pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
If you would, please remain standing.
Oh, Father God, once again, we come with our heads and our thank you for your blessings. Oh, Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the day that you assemble once again. Oh, Heavenly Father, to make the right decision for our students and our family. Oh, Father God, I ask all these blessings in your Son. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. All right, we're going to skip down to number 3, student commendations.
Members of the board, and I see Mr. Woodard coming in. We have quite a plate of accomplishments that I know we want to celebrate for the junior high tonight. So, Mr. Woodard, if you'll just take it over and your show from here on out.
All right. Well, this time of year, like kind of Christmas time, slow down, but we got a lot of things going on junior high this year. We're proud of. We're going to start with one-act play. Brag on them for a little bit. I'm going to hand over to Ms. Walker, and you're going to go down the lines.
Yeah, I know Ms. Walker has to be back over because she's having tryouts for the high school tonight. And so we'll let her go first and she can get back over there.
We did. I have 17 kids right now trying out for 14 parts. So it's going to be kind of like cheerleading tryouts where you kind of post it and then run. Because there's going to be some sad kids. What's great about it is they're all returning one-act play kids, which just is amazing that our department has grown that much that we can't even cast everybody by the UIL minimum. So anyway, all right, we're here to talk about my kiddos, and I'm going to get very emotional because I always say creme de la creme. The creme de la creme are sitting all over this room. Your academic kids are your creme de la creme. Not that your football players don't have it, but they're usually one of ours. Okay, so anyway, our one-act play, The Trial of Goldilocks, for those that don't know, over here, I'd like to thank our 2 school board members for coming. Thank you, our superintendent, assistant superintendent, for supporting us, Mr. Woodard, because I thank you guys. They show up at every one of our shows. I'd love to see y'all at the rest of them and y'all know what it's all about. You need to get there. They're really incredible. They're spectacular kids. We got first. We got first in one-act play. I have gotten first before. And I have gotten the best actor before, and I've gotten the best actress before. But I've never had all 3 of them at the same time. And we got first place, best actress, best actor, best actor, all-star cast, honorable mention all-star cast, and the Tech Award. So I would like to introduce my kids and move on because I know we have a lot to do. But I'm just going to tell you, I don't think I say it every year, they're the best group of kids I've ever had. They really are the best group of kids I've ever had. Of course, I can say that to the kids I have, right across the street also. Once again, I thank the parents for it. I just had your 2 siblings read together on stage for the first time. She has a freshman and a junior there, and it's the first time they get to act together, and they just auditioned together, and it was very cool. All right, so if I could have you guys up there when I call your name. First, I'd like to bring out my stage manager, Emily Bailey. Over here and stuff, now come up. I don't know if you realize it, but when we get to one-act play, I don't get to do anything. I don't get to direct it. I'm done, and everything gets turned over to the stage manager. And it's kind of like I told my coaches. This would be like you went to a football game and you had to sit in the stands and you couldn't say one thing to your students. Had you trained them well enough to succeed? And yes, we do. Emily runs it. She's my right-hand man.
Walker, could we have them lined up behind this way?
They could get them in the pictures. That'd be great. Y'all come on around. And Emily also got the technical award. I could bring up Joseph Tuggle, Utoria Lamb. Oh, go ahead and y'all stand up. Who else here? Joseph, come on up. Come on back on here. Go ahead and clean. Act like you're on the track team coming in, okay? You sound like a track team walking down the aisle. Joseph has got Best Actor. Utoria Lamb, honorable mention, all-star cast. Leanna Tran, who played our Goldilocks, pulled Best Actress. That's a biggie. That's a biggie. Christopher Hernandez, all-star cast, 11 years old. And I want to bring up, and I'm going to bring the rest up, but I want to bring up something else. I'm going to talk real quick. Y'all know I'm talking. Never, I don't think, has this happened. I've contacted the UIL office. There was a mishap. One a mishap. It's quite probably the best honor you could ever have. Trinity Meadows. Trinity, go ahead and stand up so they know who I'm talking about. Trinity played a judge, and she played a male judge. And because her name is Trinity, and the judge didn't know who she was, and she played it so well, he did not know she was a female, and he gave her Best Actor. The highest honor you could possibly have. Although UIL rules do not allow for a female to be Best Actor. So she is still Best Actor also in our department, but she is also all-star cast.
There you go.
And meaning just as much. Just as these kids now standing up don't have a medal, they earned it. They are all winners. They are the best kids. So if we could bring up Anthony Daigle, did Anthony make it? Julia Tapia? Trey White? I'm gonna stop all that personas. Alonzo, I know he's here. Alonzo Cervantes. Alyssa Higgins. Ruben here. Krista Price. Robert Troyer. Robert's here, I saw him. Madison Kendrick. And oh, lights. Is Caitlin Marshall. Is Caitlin here?
No, ma'am.
Vicente Lopez. Vicente here?
No, ma'am.
Liliana Gonzalez. Lily, make it? And Honey Griffin. Alright, those are my techies, and they are the most incredible techies. So there is our winning, incredible all-star cast on everything. There's our one-act play group.
You taller ones move in there behind. Come on up a little tighter. I'll sit down and get out of the way here, and y'all just move right up against our chairs. Here we go. Right up against that chair here and smile. Come on. There you go. All right, right
Are we ready? All right. Let me get a couple more. Okay.
Everybody say, winners! And thank y'all so much for all this.
Thank you.
Thank you. I also have
Mr. Wood, you're ready, sir.
All right, our next group is our band. Is off to a good start the last 2 years. Miss Moore on board, Region Band and some winners. I'm going to let her talk about them.
All right.
Good evening. This year we had several students who auditioned for the UIL Region Band, and we had, for the entire Region 21, there were 240 students who auditioned in the region on the east side and 270 students who auditioned on the west side, and our students went to be part of that group who auditioned, and we had 5 very successful students. We had 2 students. We had Jacqueline Stewart. A lot of my students are not here tonight because I received text messages letting me know their parents were working and they couldn't get them here. But Jacqueline Stewart received, I'm trying to think, she was runner-up to make it. So she would have been the very next person to make the region band. Alternate, yes, first alternate. And then David Hernandez, he's a 7th grader. He also received first alternate. Jacqueline Stewart plays the clarinet, so she was first alternate clarinet. And David Hernandez was first alternate trombone. And then we have our 8th grade trombone player, Aldo Hernandez, my mistake. Aldo Hernandez, who made third chair trombone. Out of all of the trombones, he's not.
Okay.
No, he was one of those who sent me a message about 5 minutes before we started to let me know he wasn't going to make it. And then we had 2 gentlemen who didn't just audition on one instrument, but they auditioned on 3 instruments. I have 2 young men. They both auditioned on all 3 saxophones, alto, tenor, and bass sax. And one gentleman, DeAnthony Ellis, he made the band for tenor sax and for bari sax. And he ended up getting first chair tenor sax, and he was third chair bari sax, but he had to pick which one he wanted because you can only technically make the band on one instrument. But he won overall on tenor sax and bari sax. And then I have a young man here tonight, Brandon Mars. Brandon auditioned as well on alto, tenor, and bari, and he actually made not just all 3 instruments, but he also won first place on all 3 instruments, alto, tenor, and bari.
Wow.
He as well got to choose which one he wanted, so he chose first chair alto sax, which then allowed DeAnthony to move up to first chair tenor sax because he did win first chair on all 3 saxophones out of the entire Region 21.
Wow.
Well, congratulations. Brandon, come on up here and stand in front of us and let us get a picture of you. Okay, just stand right here in the middle in front of us. Come here, turn around and smile. So. There we go. Now you can get a picture of you.
January 20th, they will have a region clinic and concert for those students. It will be in Carthage, Texas, and the concert will be at 5 o'clock.
All right. Thank you. Sir.
I came to your concert and it was wonderful. I just want you to know that I was so surprised,
Thank you.
especially the young kids coming out.
Yes.
Oh, they were wonderful.
Thank
And
you
your
so much.
encouragement was great.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
That was very nice.
Thank
I
you.
applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And last but not least is our UIL group. Ms. Stewart, come on up. They are district champs again for the 4th year in a row. And all the coaches.
Like you said, we're 4-year champs, but we barely won this year. We did good though. The one act play adds to our points, so we had 1,294 points. So we did really good. We had the top 5 highest scores in the in 21 AAA in our district. We had 4-time champs. We had great parent support because we threw some of the kids in the event. We were scrambling and the kids did great. They stepped up. They filled the spots we needed to fill before we left. I had great coaches. Donna Drum, she did listening. Tammy Kendrick does oral reading, impromptu. Ms. Bott does science and math calculator, 7th grade. Oh, Ms. Davis does music memory, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. She does social studies, 6th grade. Math, graphs, and charts, 6th grade. Ms. Embrick does math, graphs, and charts, 7th grade. Is that right? And 6th and 8th grade calculator. I'm missing somebody. Ms. Ross does math, graphs, and charts for 8th grade. Did I get everybody? Okay, I hope I got everybody that
Got
was
your
here.
nurse standing over there.
Oh yeah, I need to talk about it. She came and helped me out with academic UIL. She came that Saturday and helped grade. She was great. She was great. We couldn't do it without her. So I'm going to have the kids stand up and introduce themselves and tell us what place they have. It'll go fast. All right, we're going to start with you, Bailey. You have to stand.
Tell us about you.
I got it. Tell me what you don't remember. Correct. First place. First. Oh, first place team.
First place team, social studies, how do you do it for social studies?
Yes, ma'am. You got third place team.
Oh, third place team.
You got third place team. Very good. All right, Devin.
I don't know.
What competition did you compete in?
Oh, mine was.
Modern oratory. He got fourth place, modern oratory. All right, Ruben, stand up.
Big cloud, those old people can't hardly hear, son.
All right, Ruben got chess, second place team, fourth place individual. He got mathematics, first place team, fifth place. He got number sense, first place team, second place individual, and science too. He got third place team, fifth place.
Fantastic.
Chess, first place. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
I think so. Okay, I got chess first place team.
Yes.
Mathematics first place, third place team.
Yes.
Oral reading second place. Number sense third place, first place team.
Yes.
Math writing chart fourth place, first place team.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Krista. Come on, girl. Stand up. I know you're not going to be loud because you're never loud. She's not. She Art Smart first place team. She got first place in editorial writing. She got first place team in music memory and sixth place. Plus she's in one act play. Christopher. I know because you were absent. Impromptu speaking, he got sixth place. Math, graphs, and charts, he got first place team, second place. Music memory, first place team, first place. Number sense, first place team, and fourth place.
I got first place in mathematics and first place team, and then I got third place in calculator and first place, or second place team.
Yes, very good.
I got first place social studies, and I don't know what we did as a team.
Okay, I'll skip you, Perla, I'm sorry. Perla got third place in team in science too. She got first place in social studies and first place as team.
I got second place in spelling, first place team. I got fourth in social studies and third in science.
And you got first place team in social studies and third place team in science.
All right, what was that? You didn't mention the name.
That was Leanne Tran.
There you go.
I got fifth place in spelling.
Because I accidentally skipped Perla because I didn't see her, so I called Leanne before Perla and Perla stood up. Go ahead, Robert.
Fifth place in spelling, and that's all I know.
You got second place team in spelling, and you got third place team in listening.
I got third place in impromptu. I don't know the.
And second place team in spelling. And she's one of the ones who stepped up at the last minute and helped us out, so she did great. Emily, what's your last name, babe? Cruz. Okay, I can remember. All right, Emily, do you want me to do it? Or do you got it? Okay. She has calculator application. She got second place team, third place. Editorial writing, she got sixth place. Music memory, she got first place team and second place. And in oral reading, she placed sixth.
I got fifth place Art Smart, and I don't know the team, but
First place.
and I'm also on the music memory.
And you got second place music memory. Come on, Marilyn.
She wasn't here. She don't know.
Yeah, because she wasn't here today. First place, Art Smart as team. She got second place, chess as team, and she placed fifth place. Music memory, she got second place as team, and she placed fourth.
I got I got music memory 5th place. I think 6th place team. I don't know.
Yes, that's correct.
I got 3rd place mathematics, but don't know the team.
You're 2nd place.
Oh.
2nd place. Brandon.
I got 2nd place Art Smart, the 1st in team, and I got 1st number system.
Yes. Oh, you want me to do it? Olivia got 3rd place team in Art Smart, 1st place team in dictionary, and she placed 4th. Math, graphs, and charts, they got 1st place team, and she placed 5th.
I got 3rd place in impromptu speaking and 2nd place in oral reading.
Switch those.
Okay.
She got 2nd place in impromptu and 3rd. You're good though. She got 2nd place team in science.
Oh,
All right. Takara.
I don't remember.
Takara is another one who stepped up to the plate at the last minute. She did great. She did listening, 3rd place team, and she placed 4th. Modern oratory is where they have to research a paper and have to have quotes from articles, and then you have to memorize it and you have to say it in front of the judge, and she got 2nd place. Whoa. And then oral reading, she got 4th. You ready, Shelby? You want me to do it? Or are you going to do it?
Ready writing 5th place. Improv speaking 5th place. Editorial writing 5th place. Science 7 5th place. Number sense team. Science 7 team.
Social studies first.
Social studies first. Mathematics 6th place in listening skills team.
My name's Trinity Meadows. And I got 3rd place in impromptu speaking, and I got 1st in oral reading.
A lot of them couldn't come tonight because they had further commitments and then the weather knocked out some. But they did a great job, 4 years running, academic champs. Most of my 8th graders are bragging because they're 3-year champs.
There you go, that's hard to do.
3 years, it is hard to do. Very, very hard to do and stay because they're after us now.
Yes, they are.
Tuning in on Alaska, right on our tails. Joseph! I didn't see him! Joseph, I'm sorry. Thank you, Miss Kendrick. Alright, Joseph. Are you ready? Alright, Joseph. Art Smart, 1st place team, 1st place. Chess, 1st place team, 2nd place. Editorial writing, 3rd place. Number sense, 1st place team, 6th place. That's not perfect. But they did a great job, and I couldn't have done it without the teachers and the support staff and the administration and the kids. They were great. Don't have any complaints. They're great kids.
Well, members of the board, of course, Mr. Woodard, and all the folks who participated, thank you all from the bottom of my heart as a superintendent. You know how I feel about academics. You've heard me say it before. I don't care if we win a state championship in anything except academics. And we're 4 years in a row, and behind you, 2 years in a row at the elementary school. And so what a tremendous academic track record we're starting to build here in Crockett. One that's neat when your elementary and your junior high both are winning the academic competitions multiple years in a row. I want to compliment you students. You stay with it. It is cool to be smart. Let them call you a nerd. That's okay. I like being. It is cool to be smart, and thank all of you for your contributions.
You know what they call nerds in 8 years?
Yeah, boss.
Boss.
That's boss. There you go. That's right. That's right. Thank you all for being here, Mr. Woodard. Thank you, students and parents. Thank you. Yes, and if all you UIL folks would come outside, I think that Mr. Johnson and Mr. Porter want to get pictures of you guys.
Public hearing on the finding what started with elements plan.
All right, members of the board, Dr. Abbs is here, and so is Mr. Emmerich. They're here to talk about the Piney Woods Alternative Education Campus over here. You all will remember is that I thought we were going to be able to integrate that campus in with our high school campus and not have to worry about a school improvement professional out there. But the Texas Education Agency sent us word last week, beginning of the week, that they were going to require us to put a school improvement professional out there as we would in other communities. And so that decision being made is that we have to have then our targeted elements, just as we did with the improvement required at the elementary school. Remember, we went through one of these at the elementary school. Now we're going to have Dr. Epps quickly go through these. I think he's only got a couple of target elements out there. He's going to quickly go through these, give you the abridged version of these real quickly, and then we'll actually act on these later on in the agenda. Dr. Epps and Mr. Emmerich, you guys are up.
I say good evening to everyone, and we'll make this kind of short and sweet. Some of the stuff again earlier last board meeting, we're going to put in writing today. Within this report, we targeted 2 elements here, well really 3. We had deficiencies in our English 1 and English 2, as well as our U.S. history. They didn't give us any percentages on the mathematics, science, which is the biology or U.S. history. We didn't have that many kids to test, but overall we got a 33% pass rate there with all of the subjects. Of course, you see 24% right there with our English language arts 1 and 2. So those 2 components are our focused areas. Overall, state had a lot of interest in reading. We've set one target to help them grow here. About 65% of our kids, we're going to target them to meet those standards. So right now, we're working on that goal. Of course, we went through 1 round of testing, and with the DMAC exams and with many assessments that we've had, the strategies that we've been using here, the training that we've been getting from Region 6, running that stuff through DMAC, just about every assessment, we're able to, hopefully we'll be able to see some success on the 17th. So we'll get those results back on January 17th. That's one of our focus areas and we're doing right now. Within 30 days, of course, we do unit assessments out of T-score for both of those elements. We're getting some writing samples. Just purchased my access, so we're going to start putting some of those assignments in there for the kids. Of course, looking at their reading and their writing performance each time, and doing a lot of individualized instruction with the kids. Right now, we've got the kids, well, we can see the kids in the morning time, 1st through 5th period, then we'll see them again in the evening time. So they get 2 chances throughout the day to sit down with Mr. McClain and get their instruction. So, and we put that thing up to where they have a local credit or a state credit in their class. So it's not just a gimme course. They have to really hustle with their work. Okay. Throughout the 90 days, again, we're looking at the ELCs that we have coming up, or we just took. We'll look at the results in those in January. Again, just going back through the DMAG, putting more assessments, more writing samples in my access, and individualized instruction with better writing and reading performance. Lots and lots of data. Here for the U.S. history, we're going to try to get, I think we had about 6 kids testing U.S. history last week, or week before last week. And hopefully we can get all those kids across the board. We're looking at 100% on those. I think we have maybe 4 or 5 to take that test and make it. So again, a lot of individualized instruction with the kids. Get some help from Region 6. Pulling different resources for the kids. Just looking at that data, seeing where the kids are weak, using those strategies, and hopefully we can use that, get those strategies going, keep the kids motivated, and move on to the testing. Hopefully we can see some results in there. That's been holding up pretty well for us also. Again, looking at the unit assessments, running those through DMAC, looking at the performance data, individualized instruction and just stressing the needs of the kids. One thing we have found has been useful is the videos. The U.S. history videos on the History Channel, very useful. You know, with the World War II pieces, I enjoy watching them. We push that through and it's free, all that stuff's free. So you can get it on the computer, watch it on those smart boards, and that helps the kid understand the instructional part, the reading part, more visual for them, and they get the auditory component also. So hopefully, with those 3 different components, everything will stick when they get ready to test. Within the 60-day interval, 12-week assessment, looking at the data a little bit more, individualized instruction, stressing their academic needs. A lot of this stuff is kind of repetitive, but we need to do it over and over again throughout the semester. And of course, we'll be looking at the December ELCs from 17, and going back to those benchmarks, individualized instruction, looking at the academic needs of kids. Some changes that we're going to have with our teachers, and include myself. We're going to look at those discussions with individualized students. We have portfolios for the kids so that we can pull that, all the work that the kids have done since August has been placed in one folder, one big binder, so we can go back and look back and see what the kids have been working on, what their data is looking like, including all the different assessments, the mini assessments, any writing samples. All those we place into a portfolio for the kids, and this is something the state says that we have to do. And of course, all that data has been placed in the DMAG. We have parent meetings. We call parents just about every week, see them at the grocery store, send texts. And also, we look at giving the kids praise in those areas. Sometimes we give them rewards, you know. Kids have been doing well on the assessment. Hey, you done well? Okay, we'll give you a bag of chips. Food has been the #1 thing to drive the kids, that motivates them. I mean, that's what it is. So, and of course, we provide those individualized tutorials. Most of the tutorials are held within that 6th, 7th, and 8th period class. So, more individualized instruction. Again, looking at our objectives for our kids here. Keep them in school, keep them dropping out. Help mature and facilitate the development of their student academic needs and social components. Try to get them to college, some type of job already. Success skills here provided for them. And basically just creating success for the kids that are trying to see. And we do have some mentoring programs with all of our staff. Each staff member has about maybe 4 or 5 kids they pull and they look at throughout the given time frame. So just another piece to give them some motivating factors. Say, hey, I'm watching you. I'm here for you. You know, whatever you need, I'll try to help provide for that aspect and try to be a cheerleader for the students also. Are there any questions, comments concerning what we're doing right now to help facilitate and accomplish these goals of improving our academic success?
How many students on your campus right here?
We have about 18 kids. And out of those 8, we've got about 6 or 7 that are seniors. Out of those 7 kids, we may have about 4 or 5 of them that need either 1 or 2 of those ELCs. So I can't stress, you know, if they come to school, we get them working. If you see them out and about, pat them on the back, give them words of encouragement. They can do it. They can get these things done. Again, you know, we're talking since freshman year to now, the senior year, they have not been successful in those exams. And that's a lot of stress for them. So whatever you can do to help them out with that, to motivate them that they can do it. They're getting close, but you know, we make 37, 25, maybe 37.50 on English 1, English 2, on passing. But, you know, just a little bit more motivation from other folks to say, well, hey, I'm here rooting for you. That may help out, you know, because they're constantly seeing it from us all the time, you know. So we appreciate everything, everybody helping you with the kids.
Dr. Adams, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Mr. Emmett, do you have anything to add to that, in this public hearing?
I don't think so, other than, as Mr. Myers mentioned, we didn't find out until just recently that we had to go through this process with this campus also. We are going to do something a little different with this campus than we're doing with the elementary. We're going to be part of the Service Center pilot program that they are doing. They're one of 2 service centers in the state that got approved to try to do something a little different, helping campuses that are in some academic need here. So they've allowed us to join that process at this time, and I think what we're gonna get for our money is gonna be some good things that we can use here. So just to let you know how another way that we're tackling this.
All right, I believe that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank y'all. We're gonna move along to number 4, public comments. No public comments. Number 5, consider approval of consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Number 6, superintendent's report.
Just a quick update on the purchase of the Juvenile Justice Center. We are obviously at the last board meeting, you guys approved a resolution to purchase the property. Right now, we're about, at the last report, 80 to 85% correct or finished with the title searches on the juvenile justice facility, as well as the real